Hi everyone, welcome to this session with your coach Deepa. I hope you all are doing fine. Remember, we have certain people in our lives whose personality is so charismatic that we look up to them, and I wish we had a personality like them. There were always students in the class who were so outgoing, outspoken, and we wished we had a personality like them. There are certain colleagues, friends in our circle, they have this knack of getting along with people. They have the social grace of getting the conversation started and get noticed. And they have no conflicts as such, we think. And we wish again the same thing. Wish we had a personality like him or her. So today we're going to talk about what is personality? What is the psychological research or psychology behind the personality? And most importantly, how we can change our personality into the personality we are looking for. But before we get into this, let me take you to the memory lane. Just remember when you were just babies, life was sought out. It was so cool. We were well fed, well taken care of. We had nothing to worry. But as we started growing, these people around us, the environment, our parents, our teachers, our friends, our school, our relatives, they started having this strong influence on us. And these influences became a part of our personality. They became a part of our belief system. They were so integrated in us without questioning why and how. They became a part of our personality. And still, we hold them so tight. And let me tell you, certain influences definitely they were good for us, but many they were not. But still, we are embracing them, and we know they are not working for us. There is a beautiful model by Kurt Lewin, change model, which says that there's certain things that are not working for us. We need to unlearn them. And we have to learn again certain things that will work for us. And again, we have to relearn those same thing because it is very difficult to uproot those things which are already integrated us from the childhood and push new things. But it is possible to keep unlearning certain things, then learning, and then again relearning to reinforce the new learning pattern. It is very important. Whenever I'm in a class or in my session, I generally ask this first question: what is personality? 90% of my trainees, my students, they say personality is all about looks. The way you dress, the way you carry yourself, the way you speak is personality. I'm not saying they're wrong, but they're partially correct because what they're saying is just the 10%. What people can see is just the 10% of your personality. Okay, let's take this model of iceberg. Have you seen iceberg? Just think of a Titanic. Now I know you can visualize iceberg. What you see at the surface is just 10%, and what is lies beneath the ice, beneath the sea, is 90%. So, your looks, what people can see, your skill, your knowledge, your behavior constitute only 10%. And what lies beneath that constitute 90% of your personality. It's all about the attitude you carry, whether you are an optimistic person or a pessimistic person. If you're an optimistic person, you will always think about the brighter side of life. If you're a negative person, you keep brooding and keep worrying about things that has not even occurred, and you keep in this negative mode. Are you you have a growth mindset or you have a fixed mindset? Okay, this is what it is and this is what it will be. Or you have a growth mindset, this is what it is and it can change. Or what kind of emotional baggage that you carry, whether you are an emotionally stable person or you are not emotionally stable person. All these constitutes to your personality, and that is the integral part of your personality. Nowadays, people just don't judge you on your technical aspect. They also judge you on their behavioral competency, All the organization today, when they go for an interview, they just don't check your technical skill. They also check your behavioral skill through behavioral mapping competencies. There's a beautiful tool called competency mapping. They map your behavioral skill, whether it is matched to the job they're offering or not. Because maybe you are scored very well in the technical part, and if you are scored not that good in your behavioral competency, the chances are they might not take you for that job. So today, behavioral competency is equally important to the your technical competency, because the 10%, your looks, the way you speak, the way you conduct yourself, they have judged in the interview. But rest 90%, which nobody can judge, they do it through these psychometric, these competency tools to understand your behavioral competencies, your exact personality, whether you will be able to work in a group, whether you will be able to resolve the conflict, whether you're hardworking, or all those things that we have just talked about. Your personality is dependent on many factors. There are certain biogenic factors, that there's certain traits that you have inherited. There's certain sociogenic factors. There's certain traits that is like imbibed from the social circle you are surrounded by. There's certain traits that you have like imbibed from the situations, the circumstances you have been, and how you have come out of those situations. That has the experiential traits that you have with us. Everything constitutes to your personality, that manifests in your personality. There are this beautiful words that are coined by Carl Jung, who is one of the famous psychologists of times. He has coined these two terms, extrovert and introvert. And our life revolved around these two terms since childhood. Like we are used to hear, oh, he's an introvert, he's an extrovert, he's very introvert, or he is very extrovert. We are used to hear these things. Please, today I really want to actually pray that you please unlearn this fact that introvert is not good. Being introvert is not good, or being extrovert is extremely good. Introvert, extrovert, introverts are these two traits, and it has its own uniqueness. You know, world greatest leaders, they all were introverts, because introvert has its own unique traits. They are more observant, they are great listeners, they are very meticulous in their approach, they are very astute in their working style, they are very organized, they are like so engrossed in whatever they are doing. So they have these unique traits that cannot be compared by any other trait. So please keep this out of your mind, that introverts are not good. I'm not saying that extroverts are bad. If most of us want prefers to be an extrovert, but not because being an introvert is a bad thing. These are just two traits, and they are unique to us. That's how you're different from two people. Yes, you can always work so that if you are extreme introvert, you can incline towards the little extrovert, where you can be little more verbal about your own emotions. Or if you're too much of extrovert, you can again incline towards an introversion, so that you can have that secluded space for yourself. But measuring the needles to the extreme ends would not be possible, and it is not good, because these two traits are unique to people. So be happy. I mean, these differences, we generally compare our personalities with everybody around us. Please understand, these differences is what makes you you. These differences are so important. You know why India is called Incredible India? Because of these differences. We have different religions, different languages, different styles. That makes us so diverse and so beautiful in its own way. So please embrace these differences that is unique to you, because we all are different, and these differences makes us special. You know what is the difference between a chimpanzee and the human being? It's just 1.2% we are different genetically. So this 1.2% makes ape, a human, a human. So why can't we embrace these differences? Because that makes us unique. You don't have to be a clone of anybody's personality. Yes, we can get inspired by people. We can imbibe or learn to get their traits in certain way, but there is certain uniqueness which is unique to us. Don't get into this race of copying people. Be your own version, but the better version of yourself. Research suggests that almost 90% of the people wants to change something about their personality. It is kind of a universal thing that people want to change something in them. Whether that person is extrovert or introvert or an ambivert, they want to change something about their own personalities. And is it possible? That's the question. Yes, there is a lot of research gone into this, and it suggests, the literature suggests that yes, people can change their personality. People can be the personality they want to be or they look up to. It's just that we really need to be self aware. The first step in changing your personality is first you need to know what kind of a personality you have. What is your natural style? Whether you're an extrovert, an introvert, or an ambivert, whether you are, what are your likes, dislike, whether you're an organized person or a disorganized person, whether you are a secure person, you are insecure person, whether you are pessimistic or optimistic, you are helping or uncooperative. What kind of traits and personality and you have? First, you really need to know that. Then you have to jot down certain things that you like in others. You feel that it should also be a part of your personality. You jot down those traits. Then you compare. Okay, these are the traits I want to have, and this is my natural traits. And how to bridge those two things. And this will only happen when you want to change. If you say that ऐसा ही हूँ, this is what I am, and I can't do anything about it, no change can occur then. But if you feel that yes, these are my traits and I want to be I want to imbibe these traits, then things can definitely happen in your stride. You can change your personality. If you are like an extrovert, and if you want to get into little introversion, you have to stop yourself being outgoing all the time. Sometimes you have to be a little quiet at times. And if you're an extreme introvert and you think that I have to get into little extroversion, so you start talking to people, start answering the call when different people call you, and you generally give it to your mom. Please, you take it. You take that call first. Go and start sitting with people who come to your house for just 1 or 2 minutes, and start the conversation. When you are in a party, in a pub, or in some kind of restaurant, start conversation. Talk to people. So this is the small step for you from changing your inclination towards from introversion to extroversion. So it is possible for you to change, and I'm sure that each one of has this capability, intelligence, and skill that can help you change into the personality you want to be. So if I just conclude this session into 3-4 steps, that would be: please understand we all have personalities. Remember that iceberg model. The way you look, the way you talk is just the 10%. The 90% of the iceberg, that's your real personality. And this attitude that you carry towards life, your learnability, your emotional stability, all these constitute to your real personality. And please embrace the differences that you have. Don't keep comparing yourself with others. You have your unique personality. It's just that you can change a little bit here and there so that it can work for you. There's certain things which not happening and it's not working for you. You have to change it, unlearn them, and learn and relearn again. So this is what I want to talk in this session. I hope you liked it. Stay happy, stay positive, and just be a better version of yourself.